Hey everyone, want to make a quick video and show off this new Safe Search feature that we have in the Sierra Interactive CRM. You'll notice a few things have changed from the old version, but the updates that have been made to this are going to make things so much easier for both you and the client. Also, giving you new features to do unique searches based off MLS descriptions instead of just using the checkboxes. So, I'm really excited to share this with you today and show you just how you can use it. Just a reminder though, before we continue, it is mandatory that whenever you speak with a client and you set up a safe search for them, that you do so within the CRM here. If you use your MLS separately from the CRM, it defeats the whole point of the system. We want to know exactly what properties they're looking at and what they're saving, and the only way to do that is if we set them up on safe searches here and text and email them properties from within the CRM. Now, how do you create a safe search? Same as before, when you're in a client profile, like I'm in this John Doe lead profile right here, go ahead and click on searches and then just click create e-alert. Now, you'll notice right away a big difference here is that you're actually seeing the properties as you're building out the search. We've gotten a lot of feedback from agents that were complaining that they couldn't actually see the properties until the search was made. So, this is a great way for you to actually visualize what you're creating for the client as you're building it out. Now, I'm going to go through the tabs on the left real quick because that's where you're going to find a lot of the basic things that you're looking for. Data sources by default should have both MLSs included, Miami and beaches, which is huge because we get a lot of crossover in South Florida. Then you'll see property status. It's already defaulted to active properties, but if you want to include coming soon or sold homes, you could do that as well. Location, you'll still be able to do a map search where you could draw and zoom in on the areas that you want, or you could just type in an address. So I'm actually going to type in, let's say, Fort Lauderdale. And of course, if you want to enter more than one city, you're more than welcome to do that. So if someone's looking at both Fort Lauderdale and Boca, you're more than welcome to do so. Home basics, this is where you're going to find price range, beds, bath. So let's say I'm going to put the price, let's say this person has a max budget of like 1.5 million. Property type, so this is where you're going to be able to enter if they want single family home, condo, if they want to lease, or if they want to buy. Now keep in mind, if they are going to be buying, which majority of your clients are, in fact all of them are, make sure you type in residential. This will split out the rentals from the for sale properties. So once you type that in, just make sure that you click on the checkbox. That way you'll see it pop up here within the search as you're building it out. And then here you'll also be able to enter things like single family homes, as you can see right there. Or if you also want to include condos or townhomes, you can just type that in however you want. Now you'll notice here, as you're building this out, you'll also have the option to do or and. In this case, since we're using different types of properties, we're going to keep it on or because we're going to be choosing between different types of homes, as you can see right here. Now within common criteria, this is where you're going to find things like the HOA, price reduction, open house, square footage, years built, all that good stuff. Now what I'm really excited to share today is this brand new feature that we've released with the keyword search. This is huge because normally when you're setting up these safe searches, you're limited to just the checkboxes that these realtors select when they list properties. And as we know, unfortunately, not every realtor is really good with that, and they usually like to write about the property in the description with all the features, like this home has vaulted ceilings, or it has a brand new roof, or impact windows, or it's Airbnb friendly. Some of these things are not checkboxes on the MLS, but now with this new safe search feature, you're actually able to search for those keywords now and find properties. So think of things that people would want. Maybe they want a home with a brand new roof because they don't want to have to pay for that with rising insurance costs. Or maybe you're working with an investor that wants to buy a property that is known to be Airbnb friendly. You wouldn't be able to have an easy way to search for that before, but now you can. So if I were to type in something like, let's say, new roof, automatically narrows down the search. Now you'll also see that you have the option to do exact matches or partial matches, just so you have options when you're creating these searches, which is really neat. And you could see here that when you click on new roof in that keyword, it just filtered it down to exactly the way that you wanted. And you could even click on the property and you'll see there's the keyword that you searched for now pulling up there. So this is huge for you to be able to create your own custom searches based off what the clients are looking for. So I'll do another example. Let's say I want to look for Airbnb. Now I have properties that are Airbnb friendly. So again, feel free to use the keyword search as you're building out these safe searches. This is going to be a huge benefit over a lot of other platforms and portals that are not going to be able to search from the MLS description. So you'll be able to create the exact search that your clients want. So once you're done with it, of course, just click save and continue. You can name the search. So let's say I'm going to call it Fort Lauderdale Airbnb. And you could even create your own custom subject line. Choose how soon you want this to be sent out. So I'm going to do as soon as new listings hit the site. That's what I always recommend. And for the email, I could say Airbnb homes for sale in Fort Lauderdale. And then you save the search. And then once the search is saved, just go ahead and click here, send new e-alert, so it goes directly to the lead. And I always select all matching listings, just so that way they can all be sent out once you're ready to go. And that's it. So pretty easy. Of course, if you have any questions as you're building out these searches, feel free to let me know. But the way this is set up should make it a lot easier, as you're going to be able to see the properties as you're building it out, so you can make sure that you're getting the right information for the client. But yeah, feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Looking forward to closing more deals with you all. Take care.